That way you don't cut your hand off. Your free hand better not be anywhere else except right there. Yeah. That's so funny.
So today, my good buddy Lojo, his cameraman Andrew are going to be assisting me. We're going to begin the reframing process of the boat, which is one of the most essential things, especially if we want to move it to a fiberglass shop or anything like that. It needs to be structurally sound before we can make any steps forward.
So you're redoing the whole frame, is that right?
Yeah,
by yourself or by hand or
and with you.
Oh well, yeah. I knew I was going to volunteer for some. So you're looking for like a ton of wood then, right?
Yeah, it's gonna hurt the pockets.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, you've got your wallet, right?
No. So we are buying as many 8-foot by 1.5 inch pieces as we can. I'm in the pine section this time. Last time I filled the cart up with poplar. Even though poplar is a more expensive hardwood, I think pine is gonna have a little bit more longevity to it. From what I've read, pine just soaks water up. It deals with marine situations a little bit better. And the hope is after we put a sealant on all this untreated wood, it'll last at least as many years as the hull has left in her. The only part of today's video that really bites is how expensive everything is now. The price of lumber is just a slap to the face right now. Hence the pine. If we were building this boat to last for another 100 years, we would use composite and a bunch of other materials, but the hull itself probably only has another 30 to 50 years in it. So we just got to get it safe enough to enjoy it for the next couple decades or so. Bad?
$60 a sheet. That's about as bad as it gets.
Not a good feeling when all your buddies are just hyping up the price of what you're about to buy. Good news is we're in the plywood now and I only need 1 sheet to cover the entire boat. They only used it around the portholes, so.
Oh, well then you're good.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna have to get like 10 or something
No.
crazy. You're gonna be like, oh.
Wow.
Go check out the bathroom. That was a freaking butt symphony in there. I think everybody in Home Depot ate Chick-fil-A today because it was a packed house. And we were all just playing our little hearts out. I had to go so bad that I didn't even care. Just sent it.
I'm gonna tell your wife you were cheating on her.
Yeah, oh yeah, you should have got a shot of that.
I
Look
did.
at Lojo over here spitting game.
You're spitting that game, buddy.
We'll see.
Working on it every day or
Just every now and again, just a little project. But we'll see how it goes. Wish us luck. We don't need it, that's for sure. We'll need a lot.
you gotta go to college or somewhere?
Please rescan your last item.
No, don't take any rip off any man. I know you won't. See you now.
Bye.
Yeah, I think she had a little crush. I said something about physical therapy. She said, oh, I need to come see you there. Oh, no, man. I don't do that anymore. Put it back together now. Since this is...
Well, that'll give me a reason to go pee.
Yeah, there you go.
What are you doing back there, boy?
I'm just waiting for you to get the lip out. Yeah, get that out, man. Yeah, you got it.
So, since the last time you've seen this bad boy,
Yeah.
I was sleeping in it on the side of the road.
Yeah, I know, man.
Yeah.
It's come a long way, but at the same time, it feels like it's almost,
It's worse.
it's aged, it's regressed.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. But sometimes you got to go backwards to move forward. You know what I mean?
That was deep, man.
So I'm hoping that's what's going on here.
Last time you saw it, it was off camera and it was after a rough night, so you briefly saw the inside. It was fully
Oh,
furnished.
yeah, it was fully together. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Now it's
So-
like fully apart. So I'm not even sure if I'm ready. Is it safe to walk on this thing?
Yeah, I think so. This would be the
I
most.
think so.
This will be the most weight that's been inside.
I was just about
of
to say, am I the heaviest man that's been in here?
it. I'm heavier than you, I think, right now. Ever since you
You might
peed
be.
out 8 kidney stones.
Yeah, it's true. What are you at right now?
I don't want to say it on camera.
Shoot. Are we
Dude,
doing
I'm-
that woman thing? Okay, I got you.
Dude, don't guess my weight. I'm done with this collab.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
It's shaky.
Oh my god.
Yeah, try not to grab the fiberglass for stability.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. She is leaning hard, Badge. Is this thing gonna roll over?
It shakes too.
Do I need to move away from where you're coming up?
Probably a good idea.
You're coming up way too fast there, Badge. Oh man, my reflexes. Woo! Woo! She's rocking. Oh.
Drastically different,
I can't even believe this is the same boat, dude. It almost looks smaller. Is that possible?
Dude, why you gotta say that?
No, but I mean, like, when it gives me hope, because like when it had everything like fully furnished and stuff, it actually had a decent amount of room for 2 people.
Yeah.
I thought. You
Yep.
know what I mean? But it's incredible that you can fit all that into this itty bitty frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what I did
Yeah.
there? You got to keep the steering wheel, by the way. Have your subscribers said anything about the steering wheel?
Yeah, they like it. I gotta remove all of this because look at the wiring beneath the
No,
dashboard.
I get it. There's going to need some work, but you could salvage the steering wheel.
Oh, I'm gonna keep the steering wheel.
I mean, this has to, the mini pirate ship wooden wheel, like this has to stay. You got the key in there. Look at that little key.
Yeah.
Just drop it and lose it forever.
It didn't do anything.
Yeah, it doesn't start anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, there's no motor in here. So. So, as most of you know, I've been receiving a ton of tips on how to handle remodeling the houseboat. And the biggest thing that people have told me is when it comes to the framework, make sure you put a water sealant around the wood, especially if the wood's not treated, because if you don't, the wood will rot out in like a couple years.
Oh, freak. Woo.
Did it?
That is wide open. No, I'm glad. If I had continued to pull it, would have dumped right over. Yoinks. Look at that, bro. Woo. I didn't expect it to look like that.
Yeah, it's clear, so.
Yeah. Why does it look like that?
I don't know.
Looks like melted mint ice cream.
All right, boys.
Let me wait. I'm going to start slobbing.
So it says to apply liberally, like soak it. Now the only concern,
All
water.
over the new pants, Badge.
It's all good, dude. Water's sealed now. Could go swimming in these bad boys. Send it, man. Cover it. We don't want this to happen to the itty bitty twice.
That's a fact. I think if there's one thing you want to apply too much of, it would be water seal.
So I ran into a subscriber the other day, swung by the house, and he gave me a ton of advice on how to go through this boat build. And he said water sealing the frame is almost as important as doing the fiberglass right.
I believe it.
I'm almost positive I have about 4 gallons too much water sealant right now.
Well, now that I'm seeing how it's going on, yeah, we may have.
I kind of hate you for that.
Yeah, we may have overestimated the need for 80 gallons.
All right, folks, we have a proper seal on the top half. We're gonna let it sit about an hour. We're gonna flip all these over, apply another liberal coat. Hopefully this wood doesn't go to rot as well.
Kinda. You know, do you know?
Do you know what I'm saying? I like how everyone I'm looking at now is curved so good. Oh, baby. She's curved.
Yeah, we should just let them sit there overnight.
Don't buy treated wood. Buy untreated wood and then treat it.
You gotta love that advice right now. Alright. The legs up. Oh, we're triple teaming. I like it.
You want me to call my wife over here too?
Just in case. Shablam.
You think that's good? Push it more towards Daddy.
You?
Yeah. Just kidding. Yeah, that should be okay. Appreciate you boys helping me out with the first sealant. You guys worked hard. You poured your hearts out.
I'm not sure how much we helped, but it felt like
You gave me your time, dude, and our time is worth a lot, especially now that we got families, and
that's true.
that's about all we got. But
Yeah, I mean we ain't got much,
yeah,
but we got
it's fine.
family.
Yeah, it's good. First layer's on. We're gonna hit it fresh tomorrow morning. See you there. For those of you wondering, I did not buy this massive tarp to cover up little bits of wood. I bought this thing with the intentions to cover the boat, especially as we're between fiberglass work days, framing work days, and a lot of days where moisture in the boat could really kill the progression of the project. This thing makes me want to lather Davy Gravy up in baby oil so bad.
I mean, I always want to lather up Davy Gravy, but this thing makes me want it even more. I'm a 6'2" man, and this is a very large tarp. May have overshot a little bit, but guess you can never have enough tarp.
Today, when I removed the tarp, a little bit of pulled up water fell onto the wood that we've been treating the past couple days. The water beat it up perfectly. I could have just took the boards and flipped them on their sides and the water would have run off great. As Davy Gravy says, it would have run like my mama.
Runs like my mama. What?
Now, instead of removing the entire frame of the boat and then trying to reframe the boat in the next couple days, I'm gonna select sections of the frame. Try to break the boat up into about 6 sections. As a matter of fact, I've already selected the first section that we're gonna be attacking today. This morning I took a Sharpie, marked every single board where it sits on the hole, took a picture of the section, labeled every piece of wood, measured, recorded, and then removed what was there. Ended up having to use a little saw to cut some of the fiberglass that was around the old frame. Just completely filled my sleeves with fiberglass. It is just a little fiberglass maze down the forearms right now. Probably gonna have to do the old duct tape down the arm, rip off, repeat tonight. We now know the cuts we have to make. We have the tarp to cover the boat overnight. And today finally marks the beginning of the actual replacing part of this remodel. It's a good feeling. When you take a project on of this magnitude, it'll kind of weigh on you. It'll just stick in your head. You get in there and you look around at everything you have to do and you're like, I kind of hate myself. But with the encouragement of thousands of you guys at home, all you sons of guns leaving likes on these videos, I feel rejuvenated and ready to start the long trek forwards. Dang it. I do not currently own any sawhorses. These are the old gas tanks from inside the itty bitty, and I think they're gonna do perfect. Currently headed to borrow a couple table saws, a couple things to help make these cuts a little bit more angular. They're coming out a little crusty with the old tank maneuver. Oh baby.
As I mentioned earlier, I split the boat up into multiple sections and we're gonna replace the frame section by section. I've recorded all of the measurements, so I should be able to cut all the wood that we've sealed, and then we can see how much of the frame we can replace this afternoon.
Probably should wear these.
I have no business working with expensive cameras.
I know you can't see me, but it's day 3.
So, in 1972, when they made this boat, they used staples to join the frame together. Thankfully, in the last 40, 50 years, they've come out with little pocket hole drill kits, which means absolute noobs like myself can slap this little $30, $40 kit onto my frame, and I can connect these pieces of wood with screws without going into the end pieces of the wood. From what I've been told, the old pocket hole maneuver is one of the strongest ways to make your frame a true structural backbone for the boat. Clamp it on there the best we can. And just like that, we have a nice little hole to insert a screw in. That's gonna give us the firmest grip that we can get. All right, pocket holes are in. Let's get it to the boat. So if you look at the old frame, a lot of sections have two separate 1.5 inch full length boards going from top to bottom of the boat. Old Einstein here thought it would be a good idea to replace these 1.5 inch doubles running all the way up and down the boat with one full length 3-inch wide board. But what I found is, if you have a 3-inch wide board running from the top to the bottom, it doesn't bend as successfully as the 1.5 inch boards. I've come to find that sometimes you can save a little bit of time and heartache if you just do what the previous builder did. Oh God. Gee dang it. Well, to be honest, I was planning to work pretty late and go ahead and knock out an entire wall of the boat, but it's already in the 20s right now and I'm shaking uncontrollably and I just feel like I'm about to screw a nail into my finger. So we've only replaced about maybe a fourth, maybe a fifth of the frame of this houseboat. But the good news, we've prepped wood for most of the frame of the boat. We have frame wood cut, sealed, pocket holed, and ready to be thrown into the boat. But before we sign out, there's one more thing that needs to be done. This is the biggest tarp that I think has ever been wielded by one singular man in the history of YouTube. If I manage to get this boat covered with the tarp and I don't fall off, it is going to be a miracle. Oh, come here, girl. Yeah. No. Don't do that. No. Caught on the trailer. Feel like Captain Sparrow. This is when I fall to my death. Oh. I can't believe the transom just held me for that long. Your boy has not worked out in a long time. I'm climbing all over this thing. The itty bitty is hanging in, dude. Please ignore the noise I just made. Not proud. Oh, that's a cleat to the rectum. I feel like this looks so weird from the drone perspective. Oh. Well, that looks like a meth lab. I feel like I've never looked more like Badger from Breaking Bad as I do right now. Needs to be structurally sound before we can make any steps forward. You're impressed.